Hi there, this is Trish, and I want to thank you for stopping by to listen to my podcast. If you hear crickets in the background, or you hear a cat meowing, or you hear something, just know that I'm a regular gal facing her fears and doing her very first podcast. I don't have a studio, I don't have a fancy microphone. I'm just in my home, in my closet, or in my room, facing one of my fears. So I've always wanted to do a podcast for like 4 years, but I always felt, I don't have a studio, or I don't have the microphones. I don't have experience. Who's going to want to listen to my voice? What is it that I have to share? Do I have anything to share, or is it just going to be silliness? That's something I didn't want to do, because I believe every person's life has a purpose. So this is why it's taken me 4 or 5 years to finally do it. I just grabbed my phone and I thought, you know what? I have my Spreaker app. I'm just going to do it. You have to understand why it's a big deal for me, because I tend to put obstacles in my way when it comes to accomplishing my goals. Of course, we never do it intentionally, and maybe some of you out there can relate. And I know I didn't do it intentionally, but there was always a reason why I couldn't reach my goal. There was always a reason why I couldn't, do the modeling, or there was always a reason why I couldn't have my little Happy Baker business, or there was always a reason why I couldn't do my podcast. There was always something going on, I felt, stopping me. Well, I was a bit of a late bloomer as a teenager, and I guess I still am a bit of a late bloomer, because it's taken me all these years at age 49 to realize that, you know what, it's not too late, and I'm not too old. I'm wiser, smarter, and ready to finally live my dream. I have a clear picture of what success is to me. I have a clear picture of what I want to accomplish and how I want to accomplish it. Sometimes it can be tricky, especially when you're going about it on your own. I mean, it's nice to have a partner by your side when you're going through this journey, or these journeys. But when you don't, I just want you to know that you don't have to feel alone. If you're a believer, then you know God is there. And if you're not, you might want to give him a try. Because I could not have made it all these years without my Heavenly Father. He's never left my side. He's continued to bless me. In my darkest moments, in my saddest moments, he lifts me up. So I encourage you, give him a try. So, fear number 1, podcast. I can cross that off my list. But I'll be doing these regularly. I haven't decided if I'm going to do them once a week, or as I get these thoughts in my head that I need to share. But my podcasts are going to serve a purpose. I want to help people. Now, I've had a heart for ministry for several years. My parents were perfect examples of missionaries. They were urban missionaries. They didn't travel abroad. They didn't leave the country. They didn't go to Africa or South America, anywhere. They were missionaries in Chicago. And I always loved that about them. They were wonderful parents and an amazing example of Christ living in them. So I thought, I want to have a missionary. I want to be part of something greater, for the greater good of God. But alas, I am not a preacher. I never been to the seminary. I'm not a teacher. But I do have a heart for the Lord. And I want to share my journey with you. So sit down, grab a cup of tea, and join me on this journey, because it's been an incredible ride, and I'm so excited of my future and what's going to happen, because I know the Lord is going to bless me. But I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to me today, and I will be back. Thank you for being a part of Trish World, and I look forward to speaking with you soon, and God bless.